You don't need to spend a fortune to get a fantastic ride. These 7 motorcycles prove that smart engineering, strong performance, and reliability can come at a price that feels almost wrong. If you're looking for more bike for less money, this list is going to surprise you. Number 7. KTM 390. There's a reason this machine is becoming a secret weapon for budget-conscious sport riders. For those who crave the feel of a true performance bike but don't want to drop superbike-level cash, this compact platform checks all the right boxes. Its single-cylinder, fuel-injected engine displaces 373 cubic centimeters and delivers an aggressive 44 horsepower alongside 40 pound-feet of torque. That might sound modest to riders used to bigger displacements, but in a chassis this light and tight, the numbers come alive in ways you wouldn't expect. It's quick off the line, responsive through the rev range, and surprisingly forgiving for new riders who want to grow their skills without feeling overwhelmed. This bike's biggest weapon is its weight. Tipping the scales at just 342 pounds wet, it's one of the lightest full-fairing motorcycles available today. That low weight gives it incredible agility, allowing you to lean, flick, and brake with confidence. Suspension comes courtesy of WP Apex components, upside-down forks in the front, and a preload adjustable monoshock in the rear. The damping is firm and feedback-rich, tuned for real-world responsiveness rather than plush touring comfort. It holds a line in corners like it's running on rails. The braking setup includes a large single disc in the front with a 4-piston caliper and a rear disc supported by dual-channel anti-lock braking system. Add in standard cornering ABS and you've got a machine that delivers premium safety tech at a fraction of the usual cost. For riders who want racetrack handling without the insurance premiums, this is a dream setup. Aesthetically, this bike makes no apologies. It's sharp, angular, and impossible to ignore. The LED lighting system, aggressive graphics, and exposed trellis frame give it a proper race-bred appearance. Clip-on handlebars and rear-set pegs put the rider in a forward-leaning attack position, ideal for carving up mountain roads or tearing down straights. The tank is sculpted to allow knee grip, while the seat, though not luxurious, keeps you locked in when leaning through corners. It's not a touring bike, and it never pretended to be. It's designed to deliver thrills, teach fundamentals, and hold its own against bikes twice the price in tight conditions. Despite its track-focused feel, this motorcycle is surprisingly refined. It comes with a ride-by-wire throttle system, a 6-speed gearbox, and a slipper clutch, all standard. Those are features you'd expect on bikes in the $8,000 to $10,000 range, not one that lands under $6,000. Fit and finish are clean, the digital display is sharp and easy to read, and the controls feel planted. It might be lightweight and compact, but it never feels cheap or compromised. That's the kind of value KTM has packed into this machine, and it's why so many younger riders and even seasoned enthusiasts are choosing it as their go-to street weapon. With a retail price of just $5,899, the RC390 offers serious performance at a price that leaves room in your wallet for gear, tires, and track days. If you're after cornering confidence, modern tech, and standout style, all in one budget-friendly package, this bike deserves a serious look. And if that sounds impressive, the next motorcycle on our list brings back old-school soul with a new-school punch. And it does it for less than most entry-level bikes today. We've listed smarter riding choices in the description. Don't miss them. Number 6. Honda Grom. There's no denying the impact this little machine has had on the motorcycle world. It may be small in size, but its presence is anything but minor. Designed to be approachable, fun, and endlessly adaptable, this machine has carved out its own niche among urban riders, new learners, and longtime enthusiasts alike. At its heart is a 124 cubic centimeter air-cooled single-cylinder engine that produces 10 horsepower and 10 pound-feet of torque. While those numbers won't break any speed records, they deliver exactly what this bike promises. Easy-going acceleration, low-end grunt, and just enough top speed to keep up in the right conditions. It's a machine built for smiles, not stats, and in that role it excels. Where this bike really shines is in its weight and overall size. With a wet weight of just 224 pounds, it's one of the lightest street-legal motorcycles on the market. That makes it incredibly easy to maneuver through tight traffic, alleyways, or narrow parking lots. The braking setup consists of a single hydraulic disc up front and another at the rear, offering enough stopping power for its size and weight. Suspension duties are handled by inverted forks in the front and a single shock absorber in the rear. The setup is basic but surprisingly capable, especially for short urban rides and quick errands. The seat height measures around 30 inches, which makes it incredibly accessible for a wide range of riders, from shorter beginners to taller veterans just looking for something easy to toss around. The riding position is upright and relaxed, with wide handlebars that give you great control and visibility. The fuel tank holds just over 1.5 gallons, but with fuel efficiency that regularly pushes over 100 miles per gallon, that small tank can still take you a long way between fill-ups. The 5-speed gearbox introduced in the more recent models adds more flexibility than earlier versions, letting you stretch the bike's performance a little further while still keeping things smooth and manageable. Whether you're zipping through the city or cruising around a college campus, this motorcycle makes every trip feel like an adventure. One of the most beloved aspects of this machine is its customizability. The aftermarket scene around it is massive. You can transform it into just about anything: mini cafe racer, scrambler, stunt bike, or even a pocket touring machine. Riders have swapped bars, added underglow, installed extended swing arms, and even put on luggage racks and windscreens. The options are endless, and the low initial cost of the bike makes room in the budget for personalization. It's a blank canvas for two-wheeled creativity, which is why so many owners keep theirs for years, tweaking and upgrading as their style evolves. Priced at just $3,599, the Honda Grom offers a unique blend of affordability, reliability, and playful character. It's not about going fast. It's about enjoying every mile, and for riders who understand that, this machine is close to perfect. The next bike on our list delivers the kind of middleweight punch most riders dream of, without ever asking for premium money. If this list is saving you time, research, and maybe even thousands of dollars, do us a favor and hit subscribe. We dig up these hidden gems so you don't have to waste your money on overpriced hype. Number 5. Yamaha MT07. When it comes to middleweight motorcycles that consistently over-deliver, few bikes have built a reputation as strong and consistent as this one. With its no-nonsense design, punchy performance, and legendary reliability, this machine has earned its place in garages across the country. It is powered by a parallel twin engine measuring 689 cubic centimeters. This setup produces approximately 73 horsepower and delivers around 67 pound-feet of torque, giving it one of the best torque-to-weight ratios in its class. Whether you are rolling through traffic, hitting the back roads, or blasting down the freeway, this bike offers strong, low-end grunt and immediate throttle response that make every ride feel alive. Despite all that power, it stays accessible for riders of all skill levels. It weighs just 406 pounds wet, which makes it incredibly easy to maneuver and ideal for daily use. The front end features a pair of conventional telescopic forks, while the rear is supported by a horizontal monoshock that is adjustable for preload. This combination delivers a ride that feels composed and confident, soaking up rough patches without wallowing through corners. Stopping duties are handled by dual front disc brakes and a single rear disc, all managed by a dual-channel anti-lock braking system. Together, these components give the bike a planted, secure feel that inspires confidence at every speed. The bike's ergonomics strike a thoughtful balance between sporty and relaxed. The bars are slightly raised, giving you a commanding view of the road, while the seat height is low enough for most riders to get their feet flat on the ground. The seating position encourages an aggressive posture without becoming uncomfortable on longer rides. With a sculpted fuel tank that allows for easy leg grip, the chassis feels narrow and confidence-inspiring whether you're sitting upright or leaned over in a fast turn. It's the kind of layout that welcomes new riders, but still gives seasoned veterans a reason to twist the throttle. Visually, it delivers a raw, futuristic aesthetic that sets it apart from most other naked bikes. The LED lighting, sharp lines, exposed frame, and minimalistic bodywork give it a look that feels like it belongs in a cyberpunk film. It is stripped of unnecessary plastic, and everything that remains serves a clear mechanical purpose. There is nothing fake or decorative here, just a machine built to ride hard and last long. The digital dash is compact but easy to read, and while it lacks advanced ride modes or traction control, that absence is part of the appeal for many. You get honest feedback from the road, unfiltered by electronics. One of the biggest reasons this bike has become such a fan favorite is that it delivers premium-level ride quality without carrying a premium price. It feels like a much more expensive motorcycle when you are riding it thanks to the suspension tuning, responsive motor, and sharp steering. All of this performance and real-world practicality comes in at a price of $8,599. At that price, it's nearly impossible to find another motorcycle that offers this combination of torque, weight, handling, and reliability. Whether you are upgrading from a smaller displacement bike or just looking for one machine that can do a bit of everything, this one continues to dominate value comparisons year after year. If you thought that level of torque was impressive, the next machine on this list brings adventure-ready flexibility and daily rider comfort together into one surprisingly capable package. Number 4. Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. Some motorcycles capture your attention the moment you see them, not because of flashy gadgets or outrageous specs, but because they look and feel honest. This bike doesn't scream for attention, yet it turns heads everywhere it goes. What you get here is a blend of old-school design and modern mechanical refinement that few bikes manage to pull off this well. At its heart is a 648 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine, producing 47 horsepower and 52 pound-feet of torque. The engine is air and oil-cooled, simple to maintain, and incredibly satisfying in how it delivers power. Smooth, linear, and consistent through the rev range. For anyone who wants torque you can feel in your chest without jumping into a high-revving sport bike, this setup is ideal. Weighing in at 480 pounds wet, this machine strikes a nice balance between solid road presence and accessible control. The braking system consists of a single disc at the front with a 2-piston caliper and a single disc in the rear, both managed by a dual-channel anti-lock braking system. That's plenty of stopping power for the performance on offer. Suspension duties are handled by conventional telescopic forks in the front and twin piggyback reservoir shocks in the rear. The suspension is tuned more for comfort than aggressive handling, but it holds its line well through corners and remains composed on imperfect roads. The riding ergonomics are perfectly upright with mid-mounted foot pegs, a wide handlebar, and a plush seat that keeps you relaxed even after hours of riding. Styling is where this motorcycle really separates itself from everything else in its price range. The twin exhaust pipes, round mirrors, teardrop tank, and spoked wheels scream classic British motorcycling, but all wrapped around a modern, reliable platform. LED lighting and electronic fuel injection ensure you're not sacrificing function for form. The analog digital dash adds just enough modern touch without detracting from the bike's vintage vibe. It's an ideal machine for riders who want something that looks timeless but rides without hassle. What makes it even more appealing is how approachable it is. The seat height sits just under 31 inches, making it manageable for a wide range of riders. Its neutral balance, wide turning radius, and torquey power band make it equally fun in the city, on open roads, or even light touring duty. Whether you're an experienced rider who appreciates simplicity or a beginner drawn to that retro look, this motorcycle accommodates all levels without compromise. Customization is another area where this bike shines. Thanks to its global popularity and straightforward frame design, there is a massive aftermarket of bolt-on parts available. Riders around the world have turned this platform into everything from cafe racers to scramblers to laid-back cruisers, and it takes on each transformation effortlessly. Still, even in its stock form, the ride quality and design harmony make it one of the most satisfying motorcycles to own and ride. And now the price. The part that makes this motorcycle almost feel like a mistake. Brand new, it retails for just $6,299. For a machine that offers this much torque, styling, and character, that price point is difficult to match. It's not just a budget-friendly bike, it's a well-built, soulful machine that stands toe-to-toe with more expensive competitors in every meaningful way. If you think that's hard to believe, the next bike on this list is an adventure-ready all-rounder that brings long-haul comfort, modern efficiency, and serious capability, without the heavyweight price tag. Number 3. Honda CB500X. Sometimes the best motorcycles aren't the ones that shout the loudest, they're the ones that quietly do everything well. This one falls into that category. It's not built to win races or turn every head on Main Street, but it's designed to take you wherever you want to go, comfortably, confidently, and without ever begging for attention. At the center of this versatile machine is a 471 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine. It puts out 47 horsepower and delivers 43 pound-feet of torque, giving it enough performance to make freeway merging smooth, mountain passes fun, and city traffic effortless. The engine is tuned for balanced torque delivery, which means it's responsive at low revs, forgiving in higher gears, and extremely approachable for all rider levels. The wet weight of this motorcycle is approximately 439 pounds, which puts it in that sweet spot where it feels substantial enough for highway stability, but never overwhelming in parking lots or tight spaces. Suspension comes in the form of long travel front forks and a preload adjustable rear shock, just enough to give it light off-road capabilities without compromising on-road handling. The 19-inch front wheel adds confidence when rolling over potholes, gravel, or uneven pavement. Braking is managed by a single-disc setup at both the front and rear, paired with dual-channel anti-lock braking system. It's not flashy, but it's effective. The ride quality is composed even on rough roads, and the upright riding posture, cushioned seat, and wide handlebars all work together to make long-distance riding surprisingly effortless. This motorcycle is built for people who actually want to ride, day after day, trip after trip, year after year. Its windscreen provides decent protection from the elements without being bulky, and the overall ergonomics make it one of the most rider-friendly adventure bikes in its class. The seat height, sitting at 32.8 inches, offers a good balance between ground clearance and accessibility. Riders of average height will find it easy to handle even with luggage or a passenger on board. The dashboard is a simple LCD unit that displays all necessary information clearly, including gear position, fuel economy, and range. What really sets this bike apart is how seamlessly it blends adventure capability with everyday functionality. You can commute during the week, tour on the weekends, and hit the occasional gravel trail in between. It's approachable for new riders, yet capable enough to satisfy seasoned ones who don't need overpowering performance. It's also extremely fuel efficient, averaging around 71 miles per gallon, which gives it excellent range and makes it one of the most economical mid-size motorcycles to own and operate. You can rack up the miles without worrying about gas stops or about the bike wearing out before you're ready to stop riding. Priced at $7,299, this machine delivers more value per mile than almost anything else in the mid-size adventure segment. It's a bike that doesn't just do one thing well, it does everything well. Whether you're headed across town or across the state, it's ready to go the distance. Up next is a motorcycle that manages to deliver performance, style, and refinement without sacrificing practicality. It proves that you don't need to spend big to ride big. Number 2. Suzuki SV650. When a motorcycle stays in production for over 2 decades with only minor changes, it's not because the manufacturer is lazy, it's because they got it right the first time. That's the case with this machine. It delivers real-world power, dependable engineering, and an authentic riding experience at a price point that feels almost too good to be true. At the heart of this iconic platform is a liquid-cooled 4-stroke V-twin engine measuring 645 cubic centimeters. It produces 73 horsepower and delivers 47 pound-feet of torque, offering a broad linear power band that's ideal for everyday street riding. It pulls cleanly from low RPM and keeps delivering right through the mid-range, making it perfect for both newer riders moving up and experienced riders who know how to make the most of torque. The wet weight comes in at approximately 437 pounds, making it light enough for urban commuting yet planted enough for highway runs and weekend twisties. The suspension system includes a conventional telescopic fork at the front and a link-type single rear shock, both tuned for comfort and stability in a variety of conditions. The braking setup features dual disc brakes up front and a single disc at the rear, supported by a dual-channel anti-lock braking system that provides confident stopping power. This combination of weight, suspension, and braking makes the machine incredibly forgiving, easy to handle, and fun to push when the road opens up. The ergonomics are part of what's made this motorcycle a perennial favorite. The riding position strikes a near-perfect balance between sporty and neutral, allowing for spirited cornering without punishing your wrists or back. The seat height is modest, making it accessible to a wide range of riders. With a relatively narrow frame and low center of gravity, maneuverability in tight spaces or low-speed traffic is smooth and stress-free. The fuel tank holds enough for solid range, while the frame and subframe offer mounting points for luggage and accessories for those wanting to add some touring utility. Stylistically, the bike has evolved but always kept its minimalist roots. The exposed frame, compact tail, and sharp lines give it a purposeful look without going overboard. The instrument cluster features a clear LCD screen with basic information: speed, tachometer, fuel gauge, and gear indicator. Nothing flashy, but everything a rider actually needs. This simplicity is part of its appeal. It's a rider's bike, not a gadget showcase. The V-twin engine sound is unmistakable, offering a satisfying growl that sets it apart from the more clinical tones of parallel twins or inline fours. What makes this machine truly special is how much it gives you without demanding more in return. Maintenance is straightforward. Parts are abundant. The engine is known for running well past 50,000 miles with routine care. Whether you want to commute during the week, hit the back roads on the weekend, or even dip a toe into light touring, this bike can handle it. It adapts to nearly any role a rider asks of it. Priced at $8,049 brand new, the SV650 remains one of the best overall values in the motorcycle market today. For the cost of a basic commuter, you get a machine with real-world punch, street credibility, and a legacy of reliability that few others can match. If you think that sounds like unbeatable value, the next machine on our list takes that reputation and wraps it in full fairings, high-end styling, and a reputation that's only getting stronger. Number 1. Kawasaki Ninja 650. Not every motorcycle in the sport category demands an aggressive riding position, unforgiving throttle, and high-end cost. Some strike a near-perfect balance between real-world usability, sleek styling, and refined performance, without the price tag that usually comes with all three. This machine delivers exactly that. At the heart of this versatile sport bike is a 649 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine that produces approximately 67 horsepower and 48 pound-feet of torque. These numbers place it squarely in the sweet spot for both newer and seasoned riders. Enough performance to keep things exciting, but without ever feeling overwhelming or twitchy in traffic. Despite its sporty DNA, this bike is designed with practicality in mind. Tipping the scales at 429 pounds wet, it sits comfortably in the middleweight category. Its frame is built around a lightweight trellis structure that adds rigidity while minimizing weight. Suspension consists of a telescopic fork up front and a preload adjustable monoshock in the rear, tuned for everyday comfort with enough firmness to remain composed in spirited riding. Braking is handled by dual front discs with 2 piston calipers and a single rear disc, supported by a dual-channel anti-lock braking system. The braking feel is progressive and well-modulated, providing confidence under hard stops without diving or fade. This mechanical balance ensures the ride is not only fun, but also accessible to riders of a wide skill range. One of the bike's most appealing traits is its rider-focused design. The ergonomics are semi-upright with slightly raised clip-ons and mid-mounted pegs that create a relaxed riding triangle. Far more comfortable than aggressive supersport setups, but still sporty enough to give you that tucked-in feel when needed. The The seat height is a manageable 31.1 inches, making it accessible for shorter riders while still offering legroom for taller ones. The full fairing design, sharp angles, and slim tail section give it a clean, aggressive look that mimics its bigger siblings in the sport bike lineup. Add to that a full-color thin-film transistor display, Bluetooth connectivity via the Rideology app, and LED lighting all around, and you've got a motorcycle that feels modern and tech-savvy without going overboard. Every detail on this bike has been fine-tuned for rider engagement. The throttle response is smooth and linear, the gearbox is crisp with a light clutch pull, and the parallel twin engine emits a satisfying growl under acceleration without becoming harsh or buzzy. It doesn't need ride modes or launch control to be thrilling. It relies on its well-balanced fundamentals to create a rewarding ride every time you twist the throttle. Riders moving up from entry-level machines will appreciate its manageability, while veterans looking for a second bike or a practical daily rider will love its versatility. It's a bike that does many things well, and that's exactly what makes it feel like it should cost more. Priced at $7,999, it delivers performance, comfort, and everyday usability in one incredibly refined package. You'd expect to spend more to get a bike this balanced, this modern, and this good-looking, but you won't have to. This machine closes our list not because it's the fastest or the flashiest, but because it may be the most well-rounded bike for the money you can buy today. Which of these motorcycles shocked you the most? Drop your pick in the comments. We read every one. If this list saved you time or cash, hit that like button. And if you love real research and real value, subscribe so you never overpay for your next ride.